The American crime drama Criminal Minds is coming to an end. The long-running show follows the story of behavioral profilers who work for the FBI. After more than 300 episodes, the show has run for 14 seasons with the 15th and final season on the way.
Yep, Criminal Minds made its television debut in 2005 and will conclude its run on CBS next year. So joining me now is Joe Mantegna. He's played David Rossi since 2007.
Yeah.
So you know David very intimately. Do you feel like you're sort of got to let go of a good friend, a good buddy?
Somewhat,
Or do you
yeah.
like David even?
No, I like David. Well,
Okay.
actually, I named David after a real Los Angeles police officer who was became a friend of mine.
Right.
And so it was kind of like my homage to, actually my homage to law enforcement everywhere in a way. I said, let me pick a real guy and it'll be my little something to say, hey, thank you, law enforcement everywhere, for what you do, you know?
Yeah.
So you're about to say farewell to this show that's been a part of your life and a lot of our lives for over a decade. What's that like?
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I mean, but yet how often can you say, oh yeah, I did a TV show for 12 years, yeah. and we did 325 episodes and it ran 15 seasons. So I feel very blessed to have had that opportunity, and we made all of us bonded, the cast, the crew, and so that will continue. And but you know, it's a transitory business. On we go. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But it feels like Criminal Minds is on a lot. Like, I feel like when I'm flipping through, I always stumble upon an episode. Is it like that for you?
We're very well syndicated.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and we're very big all over the world. I mean, what's interesting, I'll go to other countries. I remember I was in France doing some publicity, and one French journalist says to me, do you have any idea how popular you are? You are the #1 show in France. I said, well, it's good to know.
Good.
You know,
That's really
if I ever want to relocate, I'll be welcome. You know.
No, you might have to work on the accent. I don't know.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sure, well.
You've also directed a couple of episodes. What's that like?
Yeah, I think I wound up directing about 9 episodes, and it was great. I mean, it was really wonderful, and I even had a chance to. I did 2 episodes, especially that involved a dear friend of mine who passed, the actor Meshach Taylor, who people may remember from Designing Women.
Of course.
And he was we started our careers together back in the late '60s.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and to play Hair. Yeah. And
you guys were in Hair together.
Yes, yes.
Which production?
We did the national tour.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
So we've been friends for 50 years.
Oh, look at you.
Well, there we go.
That's amazing. Look at that.
Speak of the devil.
Whoa.
That might have been his arm, you know. I'm not sure
Right, it might have been.
But anyway, so being able to direct a couple episodes, him, and actually do an episode that dealt with his passing as well. And so there was a scene in Criminal Minds, that last episode I directed, that he wasn't in, but yet there's a scene where I had my hand on the coffin, and I was saying goodbye to a character in the episode, but also to one of my dearest friends.
So speaking of directing and speaking of the stage, you have gone back to your roots on stage. You have a new project.
Yeah.
It's about Lenny Bruce.
Right. It's playing right now in New York here at the Box downtown. It's called I'm Not a Comedian, I'm Lenny Bruce, starring the writer Ronnie Marmo, who I've known for many years. And we ran it in Los Angeles for about 11 months or so. We've had over 200 performances now, and Ronnie does a tremendous job.
He looks like him. Wow.
Yeah, he really does, and he really channels him. He's done a lot of research. He's really, and it's not just his routines. I mean, we tell the whole story. You know, in 90 minutes,
Right.
9-minute one act, we basically tell the story of Lenny Bruce's kind of life.
So I'm curious about directing a one-man play, right? Because when you think about a director, it's sort of, you think of like an orchestra of characters that you're trying to kind of pull together into one song. But this is one guy. It's got to be a very intimate connection.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you just make that adjustment. In other words, I mean, as I say, I've directed television shows and theater where I've got 10, 20, whatever people I have to deal with. And in this instance, you just have that one. But the process is the same. You know, you still kind of, you know, you go over it in your head, you come up with ideas, you work with either the person or the group of people, and you put it together. You make magic.
He makes it sound so easy.
I know, it makes it sound very easy.
I
got to tell you, I was telling you earlier during the commercial that I'm a huge Godfather 3 fan, and you know, people, I love all the Godfather films, but people are always quoting the Godfather, and they're always quoting Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes, or I'll make him an offer, and I always quote your line. I do make a bella figura.
Bella figura.
Bella figura.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
Do people walk up to you and quote that line?
I get that. I
Do you
will
really?
get that on occasion.
It's one of my favorite
Sometimes I'll be
lines.
going through an airport, and you'll especially hear guys yelling across, the luggage thing. Hey, Joey, Bella Faguna.
That's so great.
Well, it's
so
that's
great
good.
to meet
well,
you.
we're going to miss you on Criminal Minds, but the future looks pretty good because you already got something else going
Congratulations.
on.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joe Mantegna.
My
Thank you.
pleasure.
And if you want to check out I'm Not a Comedian, I'm Lenny Bruce, the off-Broadway show plays at the Box right here in New York City, and its final performance is June 8th. And get this, a portion of the proceeds go to the Lenny Bruce Memorial Foundation.